So if you don't have it, go ahead and grab it. You are going to need a chair, some dumbbells, and a mat for this class. Once you have all of that, go ahead and start warming up. We're going to go ahead and take that step side to side, big dramatic shoulder rolls back and down. And again, chair, dumbbells, mat. The chair is kind of optional. You could definitely do this without the chair. The chair just kind of is something to add while we are here to have a little bit of extra equipment. Okay, abs a little tight, and I'm gonna do that big reach up, stretching out. And again, this is not in front of my body, it's straight up. I wanna get a nice long stretch, stretching out my back, getting the blood moving. Good job. Good breathing. Excellent job. Keep that going. Looking good. Good. Now I'm going to go ahead and keep the leg wide. I'm going to go ahead and do one arm up and over. Good. So with this arm coming up and over, again, it's not in front of my body, it's over the body. So I get that big stretch. Excellent breathing. Keep that going. And in 4, good. 3, 2, and abs tight. Pull the knee up. Loosening up the hip flexors. Stretching out those legs. You could take this one slower too and do like a hug in. It's kind of just a preference thing, what you want to do. Keep on going. Excellent job. Good. And in 4, 3, 2, 1. Chest up, feet hip width apart, and into a squat. Good. Warming up these big muscles in the legs. Now, even though we're warming up the legs, on that dip down, I feel that stretch and release of the low back and glute, okay? So I'm lowering down, backside gets a stretch, my legs are warming up. Excellent breathing. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can do a modified jack or a normal jumping jack. It's up to you. Good breathing. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to keep a wide step, and I'm going to do this kick back, stretching out the quad, warming up the hamstring. And I'm also doing this row motion with the arms. When the elbows go back, stretching out the chest, warming up the back. Excellent job. Abs tight, reach across. Good. Starting to wake up that core, get that twist. If you have a tendency to get dizzy, why don't you just look forward and move the arms only? If you feel all right, go for it. Abs tight. You can do hands in guard kind of for balance. And I'm gonna do a kick out. Stretching out the back of the legs. Big old stretch. Excellent job. Keep that going. Looking good. Couple more. Good. Chest up, feet hip width apart. Squat, and maybe you want to start popping up onto your toe. And that will start waking up your ankle. Awesome. If you're just popping in the class, glad you're here today. We're using a chair, a mat, and dumbbells. If you need to grab it, go ahead and grab it after we're done with the warm up and stretch. So sometimes I break for water, and I'll break for water so you can grab what you need to. Modified or regular. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hip flexor. Stretch it out. Circle it out. This is for range of motion. Good. Switch directions. Leg wide. Draw it in. Great. Abs tight. I'm I'm gonna go to this swing kick. You don't have to touch the foot to the hand, but you gotta keep the arms out for balance and swing that leg side to side. Excellent job. From here, I'm gonna take my hips, I'm gonna draw big circles, loosening up the back. Good, keep that going. Switch direction of your circle. Excellent job. Awesome, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead, keep this leg a little bend. It's my support leg. Straighten out the leg, knees stay soft, pop that toe up, reach on down, breathe. Get the stretch in the back of the leg. Continue to breathe. Excellent job. 2 more breaths. Slowly up. Switch it up. Slowly up. Hip flexor. This one kind of goes best if I show you a side view. So I'm going to go ahead and take a step forward. I'm going to drive my back hip flexor forward. Both toes are forward, feet are about hip width apart, hip flexors drawn forward. Try to keep the heel down. You can, the leg that's back, lift the same side arm to continue the stretch up. Continue to breathe. Excellent job. Go ahead and switch. Drive that hip flexor forward. Keep that back heel down on the ground if you can. Lift the arm for a little bit deeper stretch. Good breathing. And release. Okay, if you don't have it, grab it. You need a chair, okay? And again, if you don't have a good functional chair for this, don't worry about that. You can do the workout without the chair. I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water and then we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Cool, okay, so I have my chair. I'm gonna do that chair squat jump one, which is gonna take me to being on the tip of my chair. Okay, I don't wanna get comfortable, I don't wanna sit back. So the goal on this one, we did this one last week, was that we kind of did this like lift of the leg and a quick spring up. So with the leg lifting, it's gonna go ahead and kind of reset to have to push down hard and fast for power, okay? So go ahead and do that leg lift if you can, and go for it. Keep it going. Coming down into your squat, nice and deep. Lift those legs. Fantastic. Keep it going, good breathing. I know we kind of just jumped right into it today, but that was a good warm-up. We went about 7 minutes warming and stretching up the body. Good, and in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Find a wall, okay? So find somewhere, wall. If not, you're just gonna do a squat, isometric hold. So that just means just a hold. So on this one, I'm not gonna come down quite to 90 degrees. So my legs are not at that 90-degree bend. I'm up a little bit higher. I put my back against the wall. Continue breathing. Don't stop breathing. Hold the squat. Okay, so we're gonna go 10 seconds here. I'm gonna lower down a bit, 10 more seconds. Then I'm gonna lower down a bit, 10 more seconds. So my goal is to get eventually to that 90 degrees. Now listen to your knees. Maybe you don't get to 90 degrees today. That's okay. Just do what you can do. Okay, ready? I'm going down an inch. Keep it going. Keep on breathing. Legs are starting to tremble a little. That's good stuff. Waking up those muscles. Be careful not to put the body weight forward into the toes. Push it down through the heel. Come down an inch. Let's go ahead and count this out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Coming up. Okay, so now a little bit of space. I'm gonna jump wide, toes out, plie squat, reach down, pop up, other arm reach down, okay? So your modification for this one is step wide, in, step wide, come in. Cool, got it? Do what you can do, let's go. Let's go fast if we can. Get that wide plie, reach it down. Can you touch the ground? Try it out. Good job. Keep on going, moving fast. Good breathing. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, almost 4, 3, 2, 1. Wide step, toes out. Chest up. Get that breathing. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna sink down. I'm gonna sink down. Now, right now, pay attention to your knees. Don't let the knees sink in. You need to actively push the knees wide. They're pointing out with the toe. Body weight pushes down through the heel. Chest now. When we get tired, we start giving up on the core. We start leaning forward. Don't do it. Stack. Hold it up. Tight core. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Good, down an inch. Breathe. Knees wide, don't get lazy. Keep it. Hold it. Breathing. And in 3, 2, down an inch. Hold it, knees wide, keep it, chest up. Good, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Give me a couple breaths. Fantastic. Okay. Modification on this one is going to look like I take a step forward and I either tap in or go high knee. So step, tap, or high knee. That's your modification. So I'm going to make this into a moving one where I'm going to add more of the plyometric where I'm going to jump out. So I'm going to go reach on down, pop it on up, down, pop, down, pop. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Now you have options. You can do a lunge with just your body weight, or you can do a lunge with the chair. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put my toe up, and it's gonna put me into now feeling like the back leg is really away from the body, and I am just simply in the single leg. Okay, so it feels more isolated now. Feeling the muscles of this front leg. So only sink down to what you feel comfortable. If you need to hold on to a wall, or maybe even another chair, maybe get the backing of another chair as you do this. Again, you can do the other lunge where both feet are on the ground. If you could do this one though, that's great. You doing okay? Can we add something? Okay, cool. So we're gonna go dip. 1, 2, press on out. 1, 2, press on out. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. Good. 1, 2, up. Breathe. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, last one. 1, 2, and up. Fantastic. We switch legs, okay? So it's gonna put me into that either modified, where I do a reach back, tap in, reach back, high knee, or I could go ahead and go power up. Like a sprinter about ready to take off. Join me with what you feel comfortable. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Staying with that left leg forward, or whatever leg you're using. You go to a normal lunge, that's fine. Or you can go leg up and feeling like you're doing that single leg squat. Try it out. Good, so just kind of get the rhythm of it, the balance of it. Hands out wherever you need to. And again, maybe you need another chair to hold on to. So just go ahead and put a backing of another chair here. Hold on to a wall, or do it from the floor. Or go ahead and try, if you have good balance, to do none of those assistance. Okay, I'm gonna add in that dip. You ready? If you want to, if you need a challenge, go for it. 1, 2, press on up. 1, 2, press on up. 1, 2, press on up. 1, 2, 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 2 more. 1, 2, last one. And 1, 2. Whoo, shake out those legs. Work the breathing, grab a sip of water, recover. We need to move on to upper body, okay? So what I need from you is to grab your mat and your dumbbells, and grab a sip of water, recover now, okay? Okay, got some water in you. Let the water get down. You have your dumbbells. You have a mat. I'm gonna take my mat and I'm gonna set it up at the base of my chair. Okay, so what I'm going to do today needs modifications right off the bat. So I'm gonna do some push-ups, but again, they're gonna get kind of harder as we progress. And so again, feel free to modify. At the very, if your wrist really hurt during a push-up, you would lay down on your back and do a chest press instead, really focusing on pressing the pectorals on the up. The next stage of a push-up could be you doing a wall push-up, or you being on your knees and doing body as a box. You could walk the knees away. You could start to lift the legs up, take away some balance. You could go onto your toes. Okay, so now I'm gonna show a push-up where I do it from the chair. In the first round, I'm gonna put my hands on the chair. In the next round, I'll put my feet on the chair. But again, feel free to do any of the modified versions. With the weights, I'm gonna put them on each side of the mat at the other end. Okay, so I'm gonna go hands, and my fingers are kind of gripping the side just because this feels best for my wrist. My thumb is forward, my fingers are on the outside, my abs are tight. I'm gonna hit the chest and press it out. But maybe you don't hit the chest, you just come down a couple inches. Do what you can do today. And let's go for 10. Good breathing. 9. Abs are tight. 8. Now let's focus in on the neck and shoulder. You want your body to be in a plank. A push-up is a glorified plank. Abs are tight. You don't want the shoulders pinching up on the neck. You want to keep that neck long. Keep breathing. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And great. Cool. So now you have options. You could sit on your chair with the dumbbells. You could stand, or you can kneel. So with kneeling, when we stand, a lot of our wobble kind of gets absorbed through the low joint, knee joint. Okay, so ankle and knee. But when we're on our knees, our core now has to kind of take up that wobble. So I'll face you guys, because I can do that in this class. My feet are hip width apart, but if I want to make it a little bit easier, I'd go wide knees. Good? Okay. So I'm going to start with my arms low and do an overhead extension all the way up. Good breathing. And again, I'm doing this for my knees, and I want to try and take away the wobble through my core. So I'm going to keep my hip flexors, glutes, low back, and abs tight. Coming down low, and I'm going to really press all the way to straight. So really, extension, Flex and squeeze. Get that all the way straight up. Good breathing. 10 more. And in 10, good breathing. 9, 8, almost. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more, and 1. Cool. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead, set my weights back down, one on each side. Now, this is where, again, you might want to modify. You can do hands down here, push up from the knees or toes. I'm going to pop my legs up and do my hands down. I wouldn't do this if I have wrist problems, okay? So right away, if you have wrist problems, please back up. Maybe go to that chest press with the back down. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put my legs up. My hands are underneath my shoulders, maybe a little bit wide. Abs are tight. And I'm going to lower and extend up. You could try it. If you don't like it, just back out immediately and find one of the other ones to do. There's a lot of push-ups. Even a wall push-up would be great. And we go for 10. Abs tight. 9. Spine straight. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Almost. 3. 2. And 1. I'm going to come back down, shake out my wrists after that one. So big circles one way, big circles the other way, up, down, side to side, fingers out. I'm going to grab my dumbbells. Okay, from here, shoulders are back and down. And I'm going to do this L shape. So one weight is straight out, one goes straight in front of me. Back to the hip, and switch it L to the other side. So L shape, hips, L shape, hips. Got it? Okay, let's go. And in 10, we'll take our time on this one. 9, good breathing. 8, almost. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and I got to get both sides in for that one, okay? So I'm going to get both sides and call it 1, and great. I set my weights down, off to the side, wide on my mat. Okay, if the wrists are okay, you could go into a dip, or you could try a dip. If you don't like that one, you could always do a tricep push back with dumbbells in the hand, or maybe lay down on your back, and you could do a tricep press from your back. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come down to my mat. I'm going to come down, sitting on the edge of my chair. I'm going to take my palm, I'm going to put it on the edge. I'm going to walk my legs out. Now, the farther your legs are away from the chair, the harder it will be, okay? So I'm going to go dip and press it on up. Go ahead and give me 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, listen to your wrist, 5, 4, this is really hard, 3, maybe you don't have to dip all the way down, just a little bit, 2, and 1, great. Okay, I'm gonna shake out my wrist after that one. So again, big circles with the wrist, other direction, up, down, side to side, maybe a finger stretch, grab your dumbbells. Supporting your body up, and again, this can be seated or also standing. I'm gonna choose to do it like this and activate my core. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start off with a bicep curl up. I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna bring it bicep curl wide. Curl forward, normal curl, wide curl. Forward, wide, forward, wide. We'll make the bicep ones a little bit more interesting in a second. But if you need to stay here, stay right here, okay? Continue to breathe. Okay, so now I'm gonna come up about halfway, and I'm gonna do an extension up, down, down, pop it wide, up halfway, extension, down, down, halfway, press, down, down, wide, press, down, down, up, up, down, down, wide, up, and down, down. 2 more. Abs are tight, try not to wobble if you're on your knees, okay? Great. So my last one, I gotta get that wide though. And cool, so now I'm gonna go ahead, and this is more of like what I call scoop. Elbows are back, and extension to up. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms wide, bicep curl, overhead, down, down. Bicep curl, overhead, down, down. Ready? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. I'm gonna put my weights on the other side of my chair. I'm gonna go down to the mat, and I'm gonna start off laying down. Now, to start, I'm gonna lay down on my mat, abs tight. My hands, if my back needs a little bit extra, can go underneath about like high butt, low back, so like the small of your back a bit, just to kind of support. You would start with like toes down, knees in, toes down, rotate, knees in. This is the beginning, okay? You got that? Cool. Now, if you wanna make this one harder right off the bat, I'm gonna bring myself a little bit closer to my chair, and I'm gonna go ahead and go extend side to side, chair side, right, chair side, left. And I'm gonna breathe, okay? Great, keep that going. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. I'm gonna put my feet down. I'm gonna go hands overhead, long body, long spine. And maybe for you, actually, you're gonna want support of the head, so you put your hands there. You're kind of do this crunch, and that's fine. You can do a full-on sit-up. I'm gonna go hands down, and I'm gonna try and tap my chair. So I'm gonna actually pop my knees a little bit wide so I can reach for that chair. Maybe you want to, maybe you can do it without it, that's fine. Couple more. Actually, about 5 more. So let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to that first one we did in the series. I'm gonna modify it and make it harder. But again, it can be as simple as toes down, switch, toes down, switch. You could do a kick out, come in, kick out, come in side to side of the chair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go seated V, abs tight. I'm gonna put my hands down, elbow has a little bend, fingers are forward. I'm gonna go extension, pop, kick it out, side to side. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna put my heels on top of the chair. Heels are on top of the chair. I'm gonna put my fingertips behind my ears for now. I'm gonna crunch, okay? So now I would come up, so I already have some pressure. I'm not coming all the way down and letting myself relax. I'm just kind of crunching, pulsing at the top, okay? So from here, if you can, lift a leg and point. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch it, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My feet are hip width apart, my knees are hip width apart. Don't let the knees flop wide. Don't let them drop in and touch. Abs are tight, hands down to the side. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna walk my body back just a bit so I can go ahead and come up into a bridge, okay? So I'm gonna do a bridge roll up. I roll up from the tailbone up, one vertebrae at a time. Coming up so my body is nice and straight. I don't wanna overextend, okay? So overextending means, see how I'm a nice line? If I pop that hip up a little bit farther, yes, you feel, you're challenging your glute, but in the long run, it's gonna hurt your low back, okay? So keep it to your body being in a straight line. Feel the hamstring, low back, and glutes, and keep that going. Now I'm gonna come up at the top, lower an inch, press an inch, lower an inch, press an inch. Maybe you're not able to do this today, that's fine. Go back down all the way to the ground, or maybe take your feet off the chair and do a normal bridge. Here we are for 10, 9, 8, 7, good breathing, 6, feel your glutes, 5, feel your hamstrings, 4, feel your low back, 3, 2, and 1. Great. I'm just gonna hug it in for my low back. I'm gonna shake it side to side. I'm gonna roll my body up. Now's a good time to break for water. Go ahead and grab yourself a sip of water, and we're gonna go back to legs. So I'm gonna move my mat. Water, remove your mat out of the way, and work your breathing. Get ready to reset for legs. Okay, grab yourself some water. Take as much time as you need. Stretch if you need to. Recover, recover. Take as much time you need to recover here. I'm gonna go back to sitting on the edge of my chair. And again, it is the edge. I don't wanna get comfy, okay? Because we're only halfway done. Abs are tight, core is strong, leg lift, pop. Now what I need from you is to focus on really stomping that ground, getting some air, powering up, okay? So how high can you get your body up? Power. Okay, we wanna make this one count, because this one can be actually pretty easy if I wasn't putting anything into it, okay? Good, so again, every time, power up, stomp through, lift that body. Good, and I am swinging my arms to help a little bit of momentum. I haven't done it with my arms still, but you can test that out, see if it makes it harder, if you need it harder. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Take a couple deep breaths. Find a wall. Now, if you don't have a wall, feel free just to go into a squat and hold squat. And remember, we're making our way down to that 90 degrees, so I'm not quite there yet, okay? I'm gonna get in a low squat, but again, it's not quite 90 degrees. I hold my wall squat. Let's talk about form. My feet and knees pointing forward, hip width apart, okay? From here, let's focus in on the feet. Don't grip down on the toes. Don't push through that top part of your foot. More so anchor into the heels, okay? You're gonna feel the bigger muscles. Hold it there. Good breathing. Keep that spine up, don't fall forward. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Sink it down an inch. Whew. Holding it here. Good breathing. Excellent job. Again, now I can feel my toes starting to want to grip. I got to push down through my heels. Keep it here, keep it here. And in 3, 2, 1, come down an inch. Hold it, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Good job. Okay, got to show you modification right off the bat. Stepping wide, reaching on down. That's your modification. If you need to stay here, stay here. If you can, I'm kind of going this plie, where I'm going to go down, pop, pop. Good. Okay, so I'm going to aim my toes wide, knees wide. I am going to try and aim for the ground too, but don't worry. Do what you can do. Maybe you only reach your knees today. You'll get there eventually. Just keep pushing yourself. Keep it going. Keep it going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last. Great. My legs are wide, about double hip width apart. My toes are out. Chest is up. Coming down. My knees, I don't want them to slip forward. I have to push them so they're facing my toes. Don't let your spine drop forward. Keep that spine stacked, abs tight. Breathe. You want a little bit more? You don't have to, but if you do, pulse it. Pulse it. Bounce it, breathe it, good. Now maybe with pulsing, this is where you need to stop, and that's fine. But if you can, stop your pulse, go down an inch, reset the pulse. Woo! Legs should be on fire. If not, then you can go lower. You got it. You got it. Pushing those knees wide. Keep on breathing. And in 4, 3, 2, stop. Down an inch. Oh my goodness. And pulse. You're gonna try not to fall forward. Hold your body up. Stack those abs. Stack the spine. Tighten the abs. Whew. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Walk that out. Walk that out. That was good. Okay. Remember what we did last time? Reach down, tap, reach down, knee up. One of those. If you want to, you can make it a jump. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe for you, it's going to be a lunge. That's great. If you want to do a lunge with the leg lifted on the chair, go for it. Find how you can do it. Maybe it's holding onto a wall. Maybe it's holding onto a backing of a chair. Do what you can do, and let's go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Okay. Shake it out a second. Couple deep breaths. Switching legs. Modification I show. Reach, tap, reach, knee up. Maybe you could reach all the way down. Pop up for a nice jump. Try it out. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna use my chair again, but again, you don't have to, you can do a normal lunge. Okay, here I am, using my chair, dipping it down, lifting it up, and here I go for 10, breathe. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We made it through legs. Grab yourself some water, work the breathing, get ready to reset. We need to pull that mat out, have our dumbbells. We're going upper body and core. So I'm going to take my mat. I'm going to lay it out. Okay, so I have my dumbbells. We're going to switch it up a bit this round. And I'm going to go ahead and let's start with the push-up. Okay, it's a good place to start. I'm going to keep my dumbbells kind of by my chair, and you'll see why in a second. We'll have some options though if you want to change it up. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a push-up. You can use the wall. You can use your mat. You do body as a box. If none of this works, lay on your back. Do a chest press instead. I'm going to go ahead and use my chair. I'm going to line up my arms. I'm going to go into a plank, abs tight. I'm going to line up my arms there straight down from my chest. I'm going to try and get my chest to the chair and power on out. Hit it with me for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead, step forward, place one hand here in a nice lunge. It's going to put me in a good position with my spine. Your spine is straight. And I'm going to go ahead and go into back fly. Now, it's a single back fly. We're not doing two. So I want to brace through my oblique. Keep your abs tight. And let's hit this. 8, 7, 6, breathing. 5, almost. 4, 3, 2. We're going to change the directions. Now my palm is up, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and pull it wide for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. I'm going to set my weight down. Cool. We're going into that push-up that's not as friendly, so feel free to modify. You could do mat. You could do the one we did before. You could use wall. You could do a chest press instead. I'm going to pop my toes up. If you have any wrist problems or the wrists are just tired, don't do it, okay? Modify it. Okay, it's a plank, then it's a push-up. So keep your abs tight, spine straight. Ready, hit it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, so now I need to pull one weight out, switching sides on my chair. I had to pop my chair a little bit wide because I'm close to the wall. Okay, so I set up in the position, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the fly. My arm goes wide. Good, so you switched arms. Your spine should be nice and straight. You're in this deep lunge. And we pop that single arm for a wide fly. So wide back fly. With that, you have to brace through that same side oblique. That's the side of your abs. So don't fling your core, don't open your hip. Keep that tight and let your abs work. Okay? Cool. Feel on the shoulder, the back, The abs staying strong. 2 more. Last one. Cool. So now remember, it's thumb, palm up, thumb wide. And we get ready and we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You could really make this harder if you use heavier weights on these ones. So feel free if you have that at home. Great. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set my weight down. And I'm going to go back to doing a tricep dip. With this tricep dip right off the bat, if your wrists are tired, you could try laying down on the mat instead. Put the dumbbells in the hand, and you would go into a tricep press, okay? You could also do standing or kneeling, tricep kickback. I'm going to do the tricep dip, but I wouldn't do this if my wrist was hurting. Okay, so my palm is on the chair. My fingers are facing forward. If I want to make it easier, bend the knees, keep them close, keep it closer. To make it harder, push the legs away. I'm going to add something this round. I'm going to add a leg lift. So I'm going to go dip it down, right knee up. Dip it down, left knee up. Cool. 10, breathe. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. I'm going to shake out my wrists after that. So we go big circles one way, big circles the other way, up, down, side to side, finger stretch, loosen up your wrist. Got it? Cool. We got to move on to abs. We're running out of time. I'm going to move my weights out of the way. Still using the chair. Don't have to use a chair. And I'm going to cut some stuff because, again, I would like to have a long stretch time. So you might want to modify, which would be toe down in, toe down, side to side. The next one to this would be extension out to the chest, extension out. I'm going to pick it up to being in a seated V. My abs are tight. My fingers are facing forward. I'm going out, in, out, in. Now, I can lift my hands to make this one harder. If you want to, go for it. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, finish. Great. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pop my feet on top right here. I'm going to start with crunches. Abs tight. Now I'm going to pulse my crunch. So I'm going to crunch up, hold at the top. Don't give yourself much of a break, and just go rapid fire crunch, crunch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7. I did lift the leg. Sorry if you're not looking at me. I lifted a leg. I lifted my hands. You can do any version of this where the hands are at the head. Switch the leg out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, hands down. Good. I'm going to go bridge up. Now you could put the feet on the mat and go to a bridge from the mat. Love the bridges. They're going to work the backside, low back, the glutes, the hamstrings. But what you need to be paying attention to is that you're on your heels, yes, which makes it pretty challenging, but your knees and your toes are facing forward. You're not letting your knees touch each other. You're not letting your knees separate, okay? And that's going to incorporate inner outer thigh. You're trying to keep that about even with the body. Let's keep that going. Now, the other thing to remember is it is a bridge. So I'm going to, on this bridge, I'm going to roll up about one vertebrae at a time, starting at my tailbone, and I'm going to come down and relax it. I don't want to overextend. So just because you can push past the, like being in a line with the spine, don't do it because eventually it's going to hurt your back, I promise. It's not worth it, even if it is working your glutes a little more. So I'm feeling my hamstrings. I'm actually feeling my calf too from bracing from this position. Okay, I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna hold, and I'm gonna pulse. You don't have to do this one, or you can do it from the mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Awesome. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna go right into a stretch. If you have space, you don't need to move your chair, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna move my chair out of the way so you guys can see me better. I'll pull my mat a little bit more front and center. Okay, so with this, I'm gonna lay down on my mat. I'm gonna go hands over head, long body, long spine, stretching out the abdomen, stretching out your low back, stretching out the arms, work the breathing. Nice deep breaths. Excellent job. Take a deep breath in, release, hug your knees into the chest. Continue deep breathing. So I'm gonna give it like a nice tight hug, and then I'm gonna release that tight grip, and I'm gonna draw circles. So this is gonna loosen up the low back. Continue to breathe. Switch direction of the circle. My arms go wide, my palms are down, my legs are dropping side to side, stretching out the back. Continue to breathe. My legs are out, my abs are tight. I'm gonna drape one leg over. I'm not gonna have enough room on the other side because my wall, so I'm gonna kind of scooch a little bit for this one. I'm gonna drape it over. And good. From here, you can bend the knees, you can keep them straight. You can use a stretching strap, a belt, or your hands. We wanna get that leg up and straight to stretch out the hamstring and calf. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe, nice deep breaths. My leg is straight, pop the toe down. Feel it now more in the Achilles, your calf. Fantastic, toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. Switch directions. Cool, if you have, go ahead and bring that leg across the body. Straighten that leg, same side of the leg, hand goes down. And I'm gonna point the toe back to the face. My goal in this one is to keep my hip down on the mat. Now I'm just not that flexible, so I know mine's popping a bit, but I'm gonna try. And good, I'm gonna switch my legs up. And again, I can bend the bottom leg to make it a little bit easier. I don't have to straighten out. And again, if this is too hard, why don't you find a belt? Some sort of like rope where you could kind of rope the leg and draw it in. That will help out. Continue to breathe. Point the toe down. Lift that toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. Switch direction of the circle. Opposite arm grabs that leg, diagonal, cross the body. Straighten that leg, point the toe down, and breathe. And great. From here, I go ankle to thigh. It makes like the number 4, and I can either sit up to it or I can hug it in. That's a little bit of a preference thing. I'll hug it in and continue to breathe. And release that switch. Hug it in and continue to breathe. Good, and release that. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the body up. I'm gonna extend my legs forward. I wanna push my heels forward. I'm gonna reach for the calves, the ankles, whatever you can reach for. Fold that body over, feel the back of the legs and the low back. Slow it up. I'm gonna go soles of the feet together. Knees popping wide. Sometimes I kind of push down with my elbows. If it feels okay, you can do so as well. I do a little tilt down from the hip. And if you want to make this one harder, you can. I'm going to advance it now, but you don't have to. I went legs wide, and then I walk my hands out, put a little bend in the elbow. You may not be able to bend your elbow very far, Listen to your body. Do not overstretch. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down on my stomach. I'm gonna lift up through the forearms or the palms. I'm gonna stretch out my abdomen and my low back. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and extend back in child's pose. In child's pose, I would like deep breathing and try to relax that upper body. Try to relax the lower body, release tension. Slowly up, you're on all four core. Take a step forward, drive that back hip flexor forward. And we want to really push that hip flexor forward. Now, if this is a good enough stretch, stay here. If you want to try modifying, you could lift up an arm or you could reach on back. Don't modify if it was a good stretch though, okay? You would modify if you're flexible, if you feel like you need more of a challenge. So release, switch the legs up. So that's all four core. I take a step on forward. I drive the hip flexor forward. I can lift the arm. I can hang out here, or I can reach on back. It's up to you. And slow release. Slowly make your way to up, especially if you get dizzy. Take your time on the up. From here, I'm going to go shoulders back and down. Big dramatic circles. I'm going to reach up with one hand and the opposite arm reaches down. Slow up, neutral, take a breath. Arm up, reach for the ankle. Coming up, slow, shoulders are back and down. Arm pulls across the body. Deep breathing. Release and switch. Elbow up gently, stretching that tricep. Switch it out. Shoulders are back and down. I'm going to go fingertips at the ears, elbows pull back. From here, I'm going to extend my arm, pull my thumb back. So opening up the chest. Now we are in a bit of spinal extension, so I want to go spinal flexion. I'm going to round my arms forward and I'm going to slowly drop down one vertebrae at a time, rounding the spine. Fantastic. Now slowly stack your spine as you come all the way back up to neutral. Shoulders are back and down. Tip the chin. I'm going to go shoulder to shoulder. Take your time. From here, I'm going to go a little bit slack jaw, and I open up and I look over my shoulder. Neutral, other side. And neutral, and I want to go up. A lot of what we do is looking down, looking forward. We want to put back that natural curvature of the spine. Good job. Coming back, shoulders are back and down. Fantastic job. I'm proud of you guys. We're doing this. I'm proud of you. It was another hard class. You did great. I'll try and post it sometime by tomorrow. I have been posting that onto my YouTube channel. If you have any questions where to find that, you can always send me an email. It's